identifies as freezers?
We're going to win the league.
100% Chelsea. Chelsea won, Bournemouth 0 through to the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup. Dom, what do you think about the game, mate?
I'm going to disagree with what Lewis just said. I think Chelsea actually played superbly. It's very difficult to play a game of football when the opposition doesn't actually want to play a game of football from the first minute, and that's what Bournemouth came here to do. They were here to sit back, soak up as much Chelsea pressure as they could do, and see it out for the 0-0, take the penalties after 90 minutes. And that's fair play to Eddie Howe. If that's how he wants to line up his men, that's his prerogative. But I thought Chelsea came at them and they played really well, and they were unfortunate, particularly a few times. Olivier Giroud had a chance, which I thought was really unfortunate not to go in. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, he was absolutely superb tonight, and I think he really shows the versatility of what he really can bring to this Chelsea side. Not only as a forward, first minute to the 65th minute he was playing in that forward, the front three. When Eden Hazard came on, he then sat back into a midfield position alongside Kovacic and Fabregas. He was so able and he was so agile and he was so willing and hungry to get forward, to make those forward bursts of pace, which was really, really fantastic to see as a supporter in the team, that actually this is what we've got a player that can actually do. He's cost us nothing and it's happening now. The rest of the side, I thought Pedro and Willian together, Willian started, Pedro replaced him. I thought actually Willian could have been given a little bit more time. I thought he looked very promising in the first half, and I don't think he was given enough time to really allow himself a chance in the game.
In terms of Willian, to basically counter that, I mean, if you look at his statistics, anyone who bangs on about Willian and the fact that he can put in a ball or he can set up stuff, he had a one-on-one very early on in the game, failed to capitalise on it. As a forward, his main job is to get goals and get assists, and the fact that he's not doing that consistently, surely, I mean, I understand he runs a lot and he does a lot for the team, but other than that, is he really warranted in the starting position? It could potentially Ruben Loftus-Cheek maybe take his role on the side, Pedro on the other side, Hazard down the middle, or what do you think about that?
I think that is a possibility, and as we move forward into the season, particularly with the build-up in games, like we've got 5-6 games in the next 3 or 4 weeks, so it's a quick succession in terms of the games, and I think actually Willian will be given a chance to again show what he can do, but then other people can come in and potentially prove themselves starting position. That first half miss, I thought he did everything right, and it would be perfectly honest, Arthur Borwick, fantastic save. It was a really good, solid save. The rest of Chelsea tonight, I thought Andres Christensen, it's a name that not a lot of people are going to talk about tonight, but I thought he was really commanding that. He was really, agreed, he really commanded that defence. There were a few moments where he was screaming at other players to just give a bit more movements, and he was really showing, and actually a few captain qualities. I'm not saying he's like captain material, but a few qualities which actually you'd expect from a captain and a leader from Christensen tonight. Kepa, again, he had very, very quiet all game, but again, he was very good with his feet, good, clean. It was very few mistakes were given. The one position which I am slightly worried about is Olivier Giroud. He didn't really get into the game. There was one chance I mentioned at the beginning that he had, and except from that, at the very end, he didn't have too much that he really capitalised off. It was just scrappy pieces of play, which again, I can understand that the service wasn't particularly brilliant because Bournemouth were just sitting back and it was very difficult to find space, but that's something that we really need to work on. And obviously Alvaro Morata just seems to be completely out of the picture. He's not even on the substitute.
Sold in January?
If not sold, it's got to be a loan, because if you're not in the substitutes bench against Bournemouth for a Carabao Cup quarter final, there is no point.
I mean, speaking of Bournemouth, though, I mean, we were sat next to each other. There's been a lot of links to Callum Wilson.
There has been.
What did you think of his performance today for Bournemouth?
I thought he did exactly what was asked of him. Obviously, Eddie Howe wanted to sit back and to really frustrate Chelsea, so he really needed to capitalise off any pieces of play, any mistakes that Chelsea did. There were a couple of instances where he did that. I don't feel that he has the support that he needs to be really firing on all cylinders, particularly in a game like tonight, but that's something that potentially he would receive at Chelsea with the likes of Eden Hazard, with the likes of Willian, Pedro, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Ross Barkley, all being able to give him potential support, and I think that actually he'd be a really good fit into this Chelsea side. But it's solid from Chelsea. I'm really glad we're into the semi-final. We're about to watch the draw, so I hope we've got Spurs City or Burton Albion. I'm hoping for a Burton away game, which will be brilliant.
You want to go to the Midlands?
I would love to. Our last trip to the Midlands wasn't particularly pleasant.
Oh, you got there. You got there. I didn't even get to the game. Me and Scott were stuck in a fucking car watching it on the M5.
I was 20 minutes late and I had to trek across a field. It was horrendous, but still. We go forward. We've got Leicester on Saturday, and then we're away against Watford, which again could prove difficult, both games, but it's fine. It's what we needed. It's continuing our winnings front in this Christmas period, which is always difficult. Fantastic performance from Chelsea. On to Leicester. Brilliant.